Do you like Las Vegas? Really? What's your favorite thing about it? Is it the gambling? Is it the sleaze? Is it the chance to go on an all-night bender and sleep with one of your co-workers? Well, as you can probably tell, I'm not a big fan of Las Vegas, but many people are, and that's probably why the organizers of one of the largest tech events in the world choose it every year to have their event. Yes, welcome to CES.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas!
So what's been on show this year? Well, there's been a lot of the usual gizmos and gadgets and widgets. There's been a lot of virtual reality around. But I think what the biggest uber theme of this show is, and the theme which is certainly most relevant to Light Reading's audience, is connectivity. Connected home, connected car, basically connected everything. What I think is most interesting about all of this is the effect or the impact that it has on the networks that are built by Light Reading's users. How do you monetize? How do you make them reliable? How do you provision capacity over these networks when they're handling these different products and services and applications? Well, that's a question which I got to ask to a lot of the industry's leading minds here today when I talked to them about the challenges and opportunities which are created by consumer electronics for service providers.
CES has been known as a consumer electronics show. They're changing it to more of a consumer technology show, right? And that has huge amounts of implication. If you walk around the show floor over the past years, you've seen things change from just consumer electronics to what we call IoT or digitization and all of these things that are coming up. And the ecosystems and the partners and applications and the value chains that are going to get created are immenseful. Right? So for us as an industry, it's really important to understand what that requires. And to us from a technology point of view and our customers or the operators point of view, it's really simple about transforming the way we do, what we do, the services we offer, how we offer them, so that this can actually flourish.
Right.
So you imagine the future world where everything from drones to cell phones to cars to other things are all connected.
Yeah.
And the applications that can be built on top. They're all going to require immediate access to a network.
Yes.
And I call that a construct of network as a service.
Network as a service.
And to be able to do that, we have to have the traditional constructs of building the network, but also a new way of managing and operating the network,
right,
which is really the IT constructs. And you have to fuse them together in a way that we haven't done that before.
With just about every product is getting connected, and Internet of Things is one seminar after another, one keynote speech after the other on that topic. And all of that makes us understand that there is a new set of requirements. There is a big need for a much higher bandwidth. There is a very big need for a much lower latency. There is a big need for much more efficient power usage on devices, sensor, whatever that is. And there is a big need for a different performance level than we can actually see from the networks that we have today, which are primarily oriented towards smartphones and the tremendous growth of smartphones. And as that is happening, we understand in the industry that we have to come together to see what changes those will have on the networks. All that was the pre-alignment phase. And now we're starting to align in the industry. And I can hear and I can see here in CES Las Vegas that there's tremendous alignment on what that really is, and we're moving into the standardization phase. So now we're going to standardize it.
Hot technology here at CES, actually for a couple of years, is virtual reality. You've been doing some work in that area, is that right?
For us, even with today's virtual reality, most anybody's network today is handled without any problem from a consumer perspective. You don't need much more than 8, 10, 12 meg to do VR today streaming. Our view, though, in our testing, though, is we've got to drive a much higher resolution. So today, the resolution is it's basically a 4K TV, but it's wrapped, so the entire image space is 4K.
Right.
Our argument is the 4K needs to be in what we call the viewing space. Now, you start driving that kind, so I've got 4K here, 4K here, 4K here. That's a lot of pixels you're moving. In that case, you're probably talking on the 100 megabits, 120 megabits kind of range of performance. Still well within today's reach. DOCSIS 3.0 networks.
Yeah.
But now do that, okay, you do it as a novelty. It becomes really compelling interest, and now you've got you, your spouse, and a couple of kids, and all of you are watching different shows simultaneously.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're starting to see some real speed
Yeah.
issues in the network.
What about 4K? That's a big story at CES. I mean, I think it was last year, and
Yeah.
people are talking about that. Does that present particular challenges to your customers?
4K is a hot topic. HDR is a hot topic, and it's interesting. We're seeing launches of 4K around the world,
Yeah.
and interestingly enough, they're defined by the local sporting communities. So and this is all kind of public data, but you saw last year for cricket season,
Yeah.
boom, India launched 4K.
Yeah.
You've seen Rogers out with an announcement
Yeah.
for hockey season, boom, they're launching 4K. The great news is this is like eye candy for consumers. I mean, it's
It's a driver.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cool.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it's bandwidth, and it does drive some real complexity and challenges for the operator. And I think the other thing, going back to that content protection, it's incredibly valuable content. And so once again, we've got the content owners, setting some high bars
Yeah.
to protect their valuable content.
So
And
you
again,
need the whole portfolio of solutions. You need to be able to secure it. You need to be able to prioritize it. You need to be able to deliver it. And
encode it and decode it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas!